Hello student, this is Pratibha Singh, your English teacher from Shivrat Singh Children Academy. Students, do you want to improve your English? We all know that we need to improve our roots to get good fruits. So, to get good fruits of English, we are going to improve the roots of English, that is tense. Today we will start to learn the tenses. What is tense? Have a look. Tense is the form of verb takes to show the time it happened, or tense denote the time of action as well as state. Have a look the definition again. Tense is the form of verb. It is the form of verb takes to show the time. There is the right coordination or relation of time and action is called tense. Tense, another definition, tense denotes the time of action as well as the state. Here verb has shown the relationship with time. Tense has divided in three parts: present tense, past tense and future tense. Have a look. Suppose tense is divided in three parts: past tense, present tense and last is future tense. And these three parts of tense have four subparts: simple, continuous, perfect, continuous, perfect continuous. Now you can consider it as family tree. Suppose tense is a grandfather. He have three sons: past tense, present tense and future tense, and each of the parents have four sons with same name: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Now we will learn it with another flow chart. Tense has divided in three parts: present, past and future. Present, past and future. This is the time. Do you know now the relationship of verb and time is called tense. So this is the time and the actions are actions, simple continuous perfect continuous yes. Now we will join time with action. Present, simple present tense. First is, now when we will join time with action, it will call tense. Have a look. First is simple present tense. Simple present tense. Second, present will meet with continuous present continuous tense. Now present will meet with perfect present perfect tense. Now present with perfect continuous, present perfect continuous tense, Now next turn is of past tense. Simple past tense, simple past tense. Second is past continuous tense. Now next is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. Next is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. And then past perfect continuous tense. Now we will talk about future. Now we will join future with these action. Simple future tense. Simple future tense. Simple future tense. Next is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. And then future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. And last one is future perfect continuous, future perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. Have a look these again. These are total 12 with the combination of time, present, past and future with the action simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. First, simple present tense. Simple present tense is also known as present indefinite tense. Second is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is also known as present progressive tense. 3. Present perfect tense. 4. Present perfect continuous tense or present perfect progressive tense. Number 5. Simple past tense. Simple past tense is also known as past indefinite tense. Number 6. Past continuous tense or past progressive tense. Number 7. Past perfect tense. Number 8. Past perfect continuous tense or past perfect progressive tense. Number 9. Simple future tense or future indefinite tense. Number 10. Future continuous tense or future progressive tense. Number 11. Future perfect tense. Number 12. Future perfect continuous tense or future perfect progressive tense. This is the sum up of the tense kinds of tense. These are total 12 with the combination of time and action. Time is present, past and future, and your actions are, there are 4 actions. Simple, continuous. Continuous is also known as progressive, perfect and perfect continuous. Now we will talk about the form of verbs. Verbs form are mainly divided in 5 forms. Have a look. Verb forms. Verb forms. First, base form. Base form. Base form is known as B1. Now second, past form of verb. Past form of verb is known as V2. Third is past participle. Past participle form of verb is known as V3. Number 4 is verb with ing form. It is known as V4. Number 5, verb with S or ES. It is used in present indefinite tense with singular form. It is denoted as V5. Have a look the examples. B1. Suppose I will take a word give. This is the base form of this word. Now past form of give, gave, past participle, given, ing form, giving, and verb with s or es, gives. Take another example, come. It is the base form of verb. Past form is came, participle come, and verb with ing, coming. Verb, and last is verb with SOES is comes. I hope you have understand the forms of verb. There are mainly 5 forms of verb. First is base form of verb. Second is past form of the verb. Third, past participle. Fourth, verb with ing. Fifth one is verb with s or es. Student, now we will learn about present tense. Have a look. Present tense. Present tense. In present tense, we will learn simple present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense, what is the another name of present continuous tense? Present progressive tense. And third one is present perfect tense, and number fourth and last, present perfect continuous tense. Firstly, we will learn about simple present tense. What is the another name of simple present tense? Present indefinite tense. Have a look. Simple present tense. Now we will learn the use of simple present tense with the structure. Is used for, point number 1, for habit and repeated action. It is used for the work which we will continue in habit or repeated. It is for general truth. General truth means things that always happened. Have a look. Use number 1. Simple present tense is used for habit and repeated action. It is used for the work which we will do it in the habit. Suppose for example, he goes to temple daily, means it is his habit to go to the temple. Now next is for general truth, things that always happen. It is used for general truth which happen always. For example, sun rises in the east, means it is a general truth. The earth takes round around the sun. It is also general truth. Now point number 3. For the things that stay for long time. For the things that stay for the long time. For example, he lives in Chennai, means he is living in Chennai for a long time. Now have a look the structure of simple present tense. How we will frame the sentence in simple present tense. Structure for affirmative. Plus V1 or V5. We have learned about V1 and V5. V1 means base form of the verb and V5 means verb with S or ES form. What is the use of V1? It is used with plural subject and V5 is used with singular subject. Plus subject plus V1 oblique V5 plus object. For example, now we will frame a sentence according to the structure. According to this structure, firstly we will take a subject. Subject can be a noun or pronoun. It can be a noun or pronoun. Means the name of a person, place or thing, or he, she, it. So take a subject he. Now he is singular, that's why we will take V5. He goes to, then object, temple. He goes to temple daily. Now second example, they play. Why we have written play here? Because your subject is plural and that's why we will use V1, base form of the verb. They play football. I hope you have understand the structure of simple present tense affirmative. Now we will talk about negative sentence. How we will frame the structure of negative sentence. Have a look. Negative. Have a look the structure for negative. Structure. Firstly, we will write down subject. Then after, as you know that this is negative sentence, that it is necessary to add not here. So, firstly we will take do oblique does. Do oblique does. What is the use of do oblique does? Do we will use with plural subject and does with singular subject. Why we are using does with singular subject? Because es is already placed here. Then after not and then V1. We will place V1 in negative sentence. There is no need of V5 because ES. V5 means verb with ES. ES is already here. That's why we will choose do or does according to the subject. If it is plural, then we will select does, and if it is singular, then we will select does. And then object. For example, firstly, subject. Rohit is your subject. Now Rohit is singular or plural? Singular. Rohit do or does? Rohit does. Then after not. Now we have completed our structure here. Now what will become? V1. Rohit does not complete. What will be complete? The homework. Rohit does not complete the homework. Full stop in the last of every sentence. Now take one more example. Rohit and Mohan. Now they are singular or plural? Obviously plural. Rohit and Mohan. Then what will it take? Does, because this is plural subject. Does not, then V1 does not play chess. Rohit and Rohan does not play the chess. Now check the structure according to the sentence. This one is your subject. Do not is your linking verb. Play is your main verb or base verb, and chess is your object. I hope you have understood. Now we will learn about the structure of interrogative. There is two ways to form the structure of interrogative sentence. First is question start with helping verb, and second one is question start with WH word. Have a look. Now we will learn both of them. Interrogative of simple present tense. What is the structure? There are two structures of interrogative sentence. First one is, in interrogative sentence we will put do or does in the front of the sentence, in the starting of the sentence, in the beginning of the sentence. So we will start our sentence with do or does. Do oblique does. You know very well, do is used with plural and does is used with singular. Then after, your subject plus V1 means base form of the verb, and in the last, object plus question mark. Now the second structure is question start with WH word. What is WH word? What, when, why, where, who, whom, etc. These are the question word, and mostly question word start with WH. WH except how. हाउ को छोड़ के मोस्टली जो आपके क्वेश्चन वर्ड्स होते हैं वो WH से स्टार्ट होते हैं. दैट्स वाई वी कॉल इट WH वर्ड. WH वर्ड प्लस डू ऑब्लिक डज. सो if we will start our question with do or does, so D will be capital in the sentence. If we will take it in the middle part of the structure, then your D will be small. Do oblique does. Do is used with plural and does is used with singular. Plus subject plus V1 plus object plus question mark. Now your structures are ready. Now we will frame the sentence. For examples. For examples. Firstly, we will take the example of question start with helping verb. So, does. Does is used with singular or plural? Obviously with singular. So, does she is your singular verb now. Sorry, she is your singular subject now. That's why we will take here does. Does she, then after V1, does she cook the food? Food is your object. And in the last, question mark. We will put full stop in our affirmative sentence and negative sentence and question mark in your interrogative sentence. Now we will take our second structure. Firstly, we will take WH word. When, then after do or does, we will take anything. Here we will take does. When does she cook the food? And in the last, question mark. I hope you have understand all the structure of simple present tense.